greater router system of the internet. But anyway, it's going to look to this record, and because now it's pointing to that page, that's what's going to load. When Bill gives you an IP address, you're going to put it in there for that CNAME, and then what'll happen is that request when it's made.
So the value would
it
be
just changes the pointer.
It
just changes the pointer.
Okay, got you.
And that's really
let me
about all you have to do from a DNS standpoint. There's very little you have to do otherwise. Unless you get into setting up other things where you use a host that you can use your domain, then you may need to come in here and set up additional things. But this is where, if anyone ever says, or a product or service you're using says you need to make a change to your DNS, this is where you're doing it.
Okay, fine. Seems
Unless
like
you
Namecheap
change your
also
main
have
server.
a WordPress. So it seems like Namecheap also have a WordPress hosting thing as well.
Well, so if you get hosting with them, so you didn't get hosting, I don't think.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
I
you
didn't
just
know
bought
that.
the domain.
Yeah.
So then if you bought hosting, you would be able to set up. Most web hosts will give you a 2-click way to set up like WordPress. Like it's just WordPress is so popular that any web host is just going to give you a way to do it. And normally it's just going to be like a form. You fill out the name of the website, it already has your domain because you're using there. And then, it just installs it for you on their hosting. And then they give you the login for the admin portion. You log in, and then you can just start setting it up, without any server stuff whatsoever. And that's so the easiest thing that I would ever say for a customer or somebody to just, if they wanted to try it themselves, is to get hosting somewhere, whether it's Namecheap's hosting or Bill's hosting.
I just sent you the IP.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Okay, so I didn't see. All right, let me just go back to that website where I was.
Like, I make things a little more complicated because I use Cloudflare for their DNS hosting.
Yeah, me too now.
Because it basically lets you, there's some controls in there for like filtering and, stopping bots and, junk spam type stuff that you don't get with just standard DNS.
All right, so on my manage.
Yeah, so where you were, that advanced DNS.
Yeah, advanced DNS. And so do I add a new record or do I rename the CNAME record?
You can change the CNAME. I mean, you're going to have to take it out anyway. So either you delete it and add a new one, or you just change the CNAME.
Yeah. So and then and in that I put the
IP address.
IP address that Bill has sent me. All right, let's. Fantastic radio for folks, isn't it? This man does stuff on internet.
Okay. Why not?
Okay. What's TTL?
Time to live, meaning how long it takes for it to refresh.
Okay. Fine.
So you can leave it at the default, or you can, if you ever need it to be faster, you can set it to a lower value.
30 minutes sounds fine enough to me.
Yeah. It's just if you were waiting for something to happen. Like, let's say you had a customer waiting for something to be done. Like, you can set it to 5 minutes. That way it just propagates faster.
Hey, what's happened?
That's often like something that it used to take like a full day for a lot of stuff to propagate. So you'd like register a domain and then it'd be like, okay, well, I can work on this tomorrow because it's not going to, propagate faster than that. But now it's like literally, it's like seconds. It's actually pretty amazing.
Okay, I'm going to have to add a new record. It looks like it seems like it's deleted both of them for some reason.
It's fine.
Yeah, so add a new record.
Hi, guys. Welcome to Roundtable.
So do I call it a CNAME record? Yeah?
Do we have a link up yet?
Yeah, you can do it as a CNAME record. That's correct.
And
do we have a topic picked for next show?
Can't do that until we get people hearing us.
All right, Majid, you've just been told to be quiet. So
yeah, no, that's fine. I'm just
not telling you to be quiet. Just got to get the link up and got to get people in here. I had a nice little midweek trip to Middle Tennessee. Visit one of my older friends and also one of my cousins to play a bit of music for them.
What we're showing is live on YouTube.
Yeah, we've been on for a bit.
Okay, well, there's never been a link posted.
How are you keeping, Moss? It's been a while since we've chatted. How's life?
It's very strange still. You know, economically, we're not doing as well as we need to be. But we got done paying off some bills. We only have one outstanding loan right now, and if we could sell a car that we've been trying to sell for 6-8 months, we could pay that off in a second. So we're doing okay there, but long term, we don't seem to be reaching our goals here. I had a great little drive about on Wednesday and Thursday. Went to Shelbyville, Tennessee, and then on Thursday to Monteagle, Tennessee, to visit my cousin that I haven't seen since my marriage, and I hadn't seen him for like 25 years before that. We got somebody. Nope, went away.
They're gone. All right, it's posted, Moss.
Thank you. So I got to play some music, both for my old friend and for my cousin. My cousin's wife thinks I sing like an angel. I am not going to correct her. Got my Monday job, my Friday job, and now next Monday job canceled for weather, even though there's not a drop of snow on the ground or nothing. It's just Tennessee, you know. I do not know what the road conditions are going over Clinch Mountain, which some of our school buses have to do. But
I'm a bit confused. I thought it doesn't snow down your end, Tennessee.
It does. We get anywhere from 2 to 7 snowfalls a year, but they're not major. Okay. They're major if you ask the drivers around here. I mean, they keep canceling school for it, and the roads are dry as bones to me, you know. But yeah, we do get weather down here, Majid. This is not that far south. Although I think it's funny, if I remember right, Toronto is on the same latitude as Rome. I could be off by that a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's about right. It's because of Europe is warm because of the jet stream. If we didn't have the jet stream, we would be freezing. That's the gist of it.
Well, we don't get snow like Montreal, but we do get snow. In fact, we did our driving in winter weather conditions on Wednesday and Thursday, and it was nothing. Just some flakes in the sky and nothing on the road.
Anyway.
Welcome back, Bill.
Thank you. Everything came out all right.
One always hopes.
Anyway, where were we? Okay. So
well, Majid was asking me how I've been because I haven't seen him for a while. That's where we were.
Oh, crap.
But I'm here. I'm back on schedule with Full Circle Weekly News.
Good, because I rely on that show quite a bit.
I was on schedule with it for the most part. I missed 2 weeks because Eric didn't send in a news file. And then Ronnie sent me in a news file covering the holidays. And I got that one out, and I got the next 2 out. And Ronnie didn't receive those. I had to resend them.
Huh.
I go on the website to see where I'm at, and I'm 4 episodes behind. And I'm going, what's going on, Ronnie? He goes, I never got anything from you. I found 2 of the episodes in my outbox as having been sent. I found the 3rd one in my outbox as not having been sent, and that's why you got 4 episodes at one time.
Majid, change where it says C name, change that to A record, and change host to the @ symbol. We're not going to do www. you can make another A record for www, but I mean, www is not really necessary, never really was.
It's really if you're just using domain prefixes, you know, if you're
Yeah.
going to use an FTP dot and then a www dot, that kind of thing.
So I've just done the A record at with the IP address TTL automatic. That's all I've done.
Oh, I sent that to you in a message too, and then forgot to
As
hit
I
the
was
enter.
telling Joe before y'all got here, I just got a big dump of information from Robert Wiley on what's going on in Bodie. I haven't even looked at it yet. I'm supposedly getting a file from Hippie too, who's technically our PR guy. I'm sort of Hippie right hand there. But yeah.
It might be useful to put. Sometimes I run into a situation where I try to split the show in half, and I get 45 minutes for one half and 2 hours and 15 minutes for the other half. And
well, it's usually the first half that's longer, isn't it? That's
typically.
Why I put
It depends.
Corner in the second half.
Let me see what you got now, Majid.
Boy, Majid, personal tech support. Can't beat that.
I know, exactly.
And the
Brilliant,
price is
isn't it?
right, too.
Exactly. I'm Indian after all.
I think I still have a problem with my website. My blog keeps trying to go back to the .info. But I don't think anyone reads it anyhow, so I haven't posted to it for a while.
Did you share what you've changed?
I'm just careful that I don't want to put your, all the
Oh,
IP
yeah,
addresses onto our live stream.
Yeah.
Where there might be millions of people, thousands, billions watching our every move.
Yeah, that's perfect. And then you can do another if you wanted to, you could do another A record www where the @ symbol was, and then the same IP address. Just in that way, if somebody types www, they'll get to the same place. It's not 100% necessary, but it's no point in not doing it, I guess.
But it still says that site can't be reached.
Because we don't have anything.
Oh, yeah, because nothing on there, yes.
And it takes time for DNS to populate, too.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway, you know what? For the sake of everybody's sanity, should we just stop this at this minute and then continue on with Roundtable? Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do tech support. We can do tech support
Somebody
on Monday.
here
You said
has
you're free.
sanity? What are you talking about, Majid?
Well, yeah. I mean, I could do some diagnoses, but I'm not really gonna. Yeah. So
I stopped taking psych drugs in 2003, so get over yourself.
So I'm going through my yearly existential angst, as I always do at this time of year. Ramadan starts next weekend. Do I fast or do I not fast? And it's the diabetes is well controlled now. The days are shorter. I mean, sunset is what, 5:30 in the evening now. So I'm tempted to try. My mom's not happy about that.
What, just trying and not fully committing?
Yeah, she's just like, if you're gonna do it on days off. Don't do it while you're at work. You don't want to keel over at work.
Did she get all like Yoda on you? There is no try. There is only do.
There is
No, she's all, don't do it. You'll get sick.
Yeah, that's
Either
what
that
she's.
or you're a doctor, you'll get
really?
somebody else sick.
That's what her thing is. Her thing is like, you don't want to keel over when you're at work and you haven't done it for a while and you've got all these medical problems and you're on a veritable pick and mix of drugs, it is actually quite embarrassing. Never take the piss out of people. I was told years ago that if you make fun of people, then that same thing will happen to you. And I used to make fun of my dad, although not to his face because I was too scared of him. Right?
So
he used to take too many pills, considering he was a doctor, and now I'm in exactly that same position.
So, Majid, you're anti-catheter?
Anti-catheter.
You just said never take the piss out of people.
Oh God.
Ha ha ha! See what he
Now,
did there?
if that
was terrible. Don't ever do that again.
That may be
That is an
the
autistic
worst
joke
joke.
I've ever heard. My son would have loved that because he's autistic and he would find that brilliant.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe I should introduce you two actually, Moss. You and
I-
Ubaid will
I
get
love
around
to do
we'll
that.
get on like a house on fire, one that's literally on
I
fire.
deal with younger people as if they're real people. I can deal with that.
It's because everybody's younger than you.
Well,
I like
there's
it,
that
Joe.
old Protestant hymn, "Ancient of Days, who sitteth throned in glory." That was about me.
Yeah.
No, actually, I do know some dirt that's still older than me.
I'm just glad somebody's picking on somebody for being old besides me. It's
Oh,
kind of
you're
nice.
just not old, Bill.
I guess not. Not as long as I
Now,
keep you
kids pick on me about being old.
keep you around, Moss. That way I can
That's why you keep
stay
me
out of the
around,
line
I'm
of
sure.
fire.
So anyway, so I'm going through this kind of angst at the minute, and I'm having all sorts of messages and discussions, and
Well,
people telling me you can do it, and then other people saying, "Do you really want to do it?"
It's your health, Majid. You're the only one who can make that decision.
You've got a couple of conflicting things going on right now. You know, it's not just about you, your responsibility to your patients, which I'm sure you're fully aware, and
Your responsibility to your long-term health.
yeah,
It being diabetes, if your blood sugar gets low enough, that can cause you a lot further problems, right?
Yeah.
Then there's only one real choice. Do what's best for your health.
Yeah. I know. And maybe I'll try on days off when I'm sat at home. Do you know what I mean? I might do it on
Well,
those.
be sure you're not on call.
Oh no, I'm not on call anymore. I've managed to get myself off the on-call rota. I'm so happy about that. I'm losing money and I don't care. It's worth every single cent not having to be on call anymore.
Bill knows how that
Burnout.
feels.
Yep.
It used to stress the fuck out of me, man. Seriously.
Do you have the pager still, or is it all through your phone?
So we were given pages which I refused to use. I said because you have pages when you're a junior doctor and it's the bane of your life having a pager. And I'm like, I'm a consultant now. I'm an attending now. I'm not having a fucking pager. You want to get me? You get me on my phone.
No, that's when you say, "What is this? 1996?" Send me a text message. God.
tell your daddy to page me.
Yeah.
Having a pager when it was like 2003, 2002, 2003. And yeah, I mean, I almost lost my marriage over that. Like, well, I wasn't married at the time, but I mean, I almost lost my relationship over that because like my wife was like this close to being like, "You're done. We've had enough of this pager bullshit. Like, I haven't had a night's sleep in, a full week. Like,
Oh
we were
God,
just
man!
having
No,
problems at the
seriously,
time.
it was horrible. It was never fun being on call. And the thing is,
That sounds. Yep.
The irony is that I was actually pretty good at it. People used to say, the emergency anesthesia stuff, the kind of shit's hitting the fan and blood's everywhere and whatever. You're really good at it, and I'm like, thank you, but it's still incredibly stress-inducing. Getting a call at 3 a.m. saying, "Yeah, ladies bled out 2 liters. We need a hand." Do you know what I mean? It's just, and we've been getting, I don't know, maybe it's because it's the winter. We were getting a lot of sick kids. I mean, I told you about the one a couple of months ago, the one that passed away, unfortunately, in the ED resus. And, it's just shit. Although, actually, I'll say one thing. I got a email from our regional Birmingham Children's Hospital saying that they wanted to thank everybody by name who had been involved in that case because we went above and beyond. We had a bad outcome, it didn't work, but we did literally everything to the extent that they were impressed. A big children's hospital was impressed by little old Wolverhampton. Do you know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Which was nice. Yeah, Wolverhampton.
You should have a good football team there.
Yeah, there were football teams there. And plus, anyway, I support Manchester United anyway, and we're shit.
All the Wolves used to be on top of the world.
Yeah, no, they're fighting relegation at the minute. They're just above the relegation zone.
I remember when I was in South Jersey back in my youth, uh, North American Soccer League just basically put a expansion team in Philadelphia, the Atoms, and half of the team were on contract to the Wolverhampton Wolves. And so they already were a team. They knew how to move the ball up and down the field. It was a lot of fun that way.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I hate to say it, but everybody supports Manchester because the hooligans don't give them a choice.
the thing about but you see, it depends on your age as to which Manchester team you support. The younger
Manchester
you are,
City.
yeah, everybody's supporting Man City nowadays because they've
Yeah.
won the Premier League 5 times in a row. But you
That's
see, I support Manchester United because when I was a kid, they were the ones
Yeah.
who were winning everything, and so
Funny how
That
works,
shows
right?
how old I am. I'm still on Wolverhampton.
yeah, it's been a long time since the Wolves won anything. I'll tell you straight. You know, a long time. I'll tell you what. Which team is doing well, which is a bit annoying, is Aston Villa. Aston Villa is the North Birmingham team, which there's rivalries towards, and they seem to be doing really well. They are also the stadium where Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath are having their final concert. Right? It's literally 15 minutes from my house. I tried to get tickets, but they were sold out in about 4 minutes. I don't know if anybody's seen
sure.
the guest list for that. Oh
I
my
don't know
god!
if Ozzy Osbourne can still stand up and play a guitar.
Well, no, he can never play a guitar anyway. But I mean, yeah, I mean, he's going to be there in a wheelchair apparently.
Ah,
Yeah. Yeah, he can't stand.
He
Sharon
can't stand
will
it because
just
of his
push him out onto the
Parkinson's.
stage then.
I mean, frankly, the fact that he's alive is crazy enough. Frankly,
Considering the
Shocking,
amount of
I know.
drugs that man has done.
yeah, I know. But I mean, the amount is like the supporting acts are Metallica, Slayer, Gojira, Alice in Chains, Lamb of God, Korn, Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, the geezer from Slipknot, Corey Taylor. You know, it's just like it's a
No
who's
Pantera?
who of heavy metal.
Who's who of late 90s, early 2000s heavy metal.
Okay, fine, but that's the best in it.
Well, yeah.
That's
the
a
worst.
very
No,
I don't know.
Okay, there's a lot of 80s metal that's kind of awesome.
Yeah, there
I
is.
swing
Hey,
I swing
go
early
back to early
80s.
Def
70s
Leppard, man.
metal.
Def Leppard.
I go back to early 70s
Def
metal. Uriah
Leppard.
Heep.
Megadeth.
Yeah.
Now you're
Slayer are
talking.
going to be there as well, apparently.
Yeah.
As are Anthrax. So that's the big four there. I mean,
Yeah,
it is
you go
just-
back to earlier 80s. That's when I think of like true heavy metal, that's what I always
You're
think of,
talking
is
like
that sort of-
hairband heavy metal, though.
Yeah, Iron
you-
Maiden
you-
style.
Well,
Yeah, Iron Maiden, exactly.
I go
Yeah.
back farther. I'm doing Iron Butterfly and Uriah Heep. But
No, hey, those are the proto bands for that, all of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, you could technically go back to even further than that, but I mean, I agree with you. That was when it was sort of coalesced.
Yeah,
into
but when you
something that
start
would call heavy
talking,
metal.
when you start talking late 70s, early 80s, I tend to lean more towards the punk and the proto-punk. So Death, Clash, Sex Pistols.
Yeah.
Some
I'm
of that
sorry,
was just noise, though.
Joe. I was listening to music in those years.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was just gonna say some of that was just.
Did you check out? Did you check out that album I sent you, Joe? Manic
No,
Street
I
Preachers. So I think you would love that band. I really do, because they're so political and so clever, and you know they've been going for 30 plus years. I've just been listening to the latest album, which then made me listen to some of the older stuff. You know, they're the soundtrack of my life, because every single album came out. You know, I can pinpoint it. Oh, I was at school. Oh, I was at university. Oh, I was getting married. Oh, my kid was born. Whatever. And I mean, yes, they're not heavy metal. Definitely, they've definitely mellowed. They've gone a bit, you know.
is that
middle of
Send
the-
Away the Tigers?
So Send Away the Tigers is a bit more on the heavy side. It's from 2007. So that's the name of the album. The artist is the Manic Street Preachers. The three working class lads from South Wales,
Y'all are making me
who are very left, put it that way. You know, and you know they're then I just have a feeling you'd get a lot of the references, a lot of the things that they talk about. So I just thought you might like it. That's all.
Oh, send it to me again. I'm having trouble finding the other one that you were talking about.
You guys are making me feel so old. You know,
Don't worry. Don't worry.
You know what the first record album I bought was?
No, please don't tell us.
Rush Tom Sawyer?
It was the debut album of some young kid named Gordon Lightfoot.
Hey, at least you have good taste.
And it was just
I
called
know
Lightfoot. And he had 14 songs on the album, which they really had trouble cramming into the vinyl.
There are definitely, lovers and haters, but my first CD was AC/DC Back in Black.
Yeah.
That's a song and a half. So I'll just send you the YouTube channel.
I like the Hayseed Dixie version.
It's got all their which albums and singles and everything, and you can just kind of figure it out.
I don't think we have corrupted Majid with Hayseed Dixie yet.
No?
I don't think so. Majid,
Oh,
have
you got it.
heard
You got to do
Hayseed
it.
Dixie?
No idea what that is.
Hayseed Dixie.
Hayseed.
They're a bluegrass band that plays heavy metal and rock.
Okay. Oh, Hayseed Dixie. Okay, find it. Found
And
it.
it's definitely worth listening to. Yeah.
Oh, their version of Bohemian Rhapsody is to die for.
Oh,
You gotta
okay.
watch
So
the
they do.
video.
Oh, so they do like hillbilly cover versions, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, right. Okay.
What's really
it's
weird
done
is
really
they
well.
weren't
It's
supposed
not
to be
like-
a band. They got together as their own band, which is called the Kerosene Brothers.
We got some
And
commentary
they
in the
got-
YouTube comments for you guys that are talking the music.
All right.
They got drunk and,
What did they say?
and left the tapes running while they were just playing all this heavy metal to bluegrass, and the engineer pirated the tapes and got them out to local radio stations. And they can't even get booked as Kerosene Brothers unless it's a double bill with AC Dixie.
Oh yeah, Super Furry Animals. Yeah, they were good.
Anybody into symphonic metal?
So I've tried getting into a little bit. I mean, is that Devin Townsend style?
Who's Devin Townsend?
That's what I remember as being.
I'm talking like Sabaton.
Oh, nah, not really. I did try, but it was a bit no.
Sabaton's awesome. Sabaton, White Death.
I'm gonna have to try that actually. White Death. I'll put that on my list.
It's historically accurate.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I just got that.
Well, no, it's actually historically accurate about a sniper in the Winter War.
Mm.
The most
Isn't
prolific sniper ever. White
Yeah.
Death.
Well, where is he now when we need him?
Well,
I've just put
that's our show on the watch
Devin
list.
Townsend in the music bit.
What was that, Bill?
That's our show on the watch list now.
We've been on a watch. Remember the time I had you bleep something that I said?
I may or may not
Moss,
have actually did it.
Moss, I forgot that they did a cover of Gin and Juice. It's so good. Oh, so ridiculous. I love it.
So Devin Townsend was in the band Strapping Young Lad. I don't know if you know that one, Joe. Canadian band.
I do not.
Okay, fine. Sorry, doesn't matter.
What's really funny is I know more Canadian music than my wife does.
I think we've all listened to Bryan Adams, so there you go.
Hey, Bryan Adams has got a new single out, you know.
He must have a car payment.
You know what's funny? That guy's probably got more money than anyone we can think of. Seriously.
Probably.
You know, that was the joke about Oasis, about the reason why Oasis are reuniting is because Noel needs to pay for his divorce.
Well, that could be true.
Yes. Which made me laugh.
All these divorces I've had, I didn't ever have to pay for them.
Yeah, Bryan Adams
You lucky bastard. That's all I'll say.
Estimated 75 million. That's not bad.
They were in such a hurry to get away from you, Moss. They're like, no, it's okay. I got it.
I got left out in the trash so many times. That's not funny.
He
Oh,
sold more than 100 million albums. That is bananas.
who? Brian Adams?
I mean, he has
Yeah.
been around for like 40 years.
I
He
haven't
has,
even
and
sold
he's had some
200
big hits.
yet.
No, he's definitely. I'm a fan of Brian Adams. I do like
No,
it, but I'm just saying that over 40 years, 100 million albums isn't the same as, I don't know, 50 million albums in 5. Do you know what I'm saying?
100 million records worldwide over a multi-decade career. Yeah.
Although I do feel like I'm kind of casting shade on him, and I don't want to cast shade on Brian Adams because he's brilliant.
I
No,
roadied.
isn't he
roadied
one of
for
the
a
Royal
cover band.
Order people? Like the Canadian version of a knight or whatever.
Yeah,
They have
probably.
knighthoods.
Yeah, they do
Over
have
on
nights.
Instagram,
Oh, do
Paul
they?
wants
I
us
thought
to
it was something
know,
else.
and for the record, Sabaton is amazing, and they brought some history to light for me. So Sabaton is amazing.
Okay. In what sense?
Sabaton, like some of their music is historically accurate. So
Isn't that a Linux distribution?
That's
I don't know.
Sabian.
That's Sabian.
Sabayon. That's
Sabayon.
Sabayon.
Yeah.
And it is no more.
Yeah, it was
Sorry.
Gen 2 for
Kino
normal
OS
people,
now.
apparently.
I was just saying it to be dumb.
Yeah. Killswitch Engage's album dropped yesterday, the new one.
those guys are still around.
Oh, come on, man. They're good, man. I like Killswitch.
Hey, we got to get some people buying my album, for pity's sake. I haven't even sold 200 of them yet.
All the kill switch.
Yeah.
fans would
You not a
probably
fan, Joe, of Killswitch?
Oh no, Killswitch is okay.
I mean, I do admit it is because they are so kind of associated with that kind of metalcore from the early 2000s. But I mean, even the later stuff is good.
I hope everyone is enjoying the mintCast roundtable.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
favorite-
exactly.
obscure music roundtable.
My favorite song from Killswitch Engage has to be their cover of Dio's Holy Diver.
Yes,
I mean,
yes, that's good, man. That's good.
Oh, Joe, you must feel like you found a kindred spirit here with Majid.
Barca
well,
has
we
a
like
good point.
we like some similar music.
I forgot about that, where Canadian artists do get a leg up because they have a certain Canadian radio, I think, has to play a certain number of domestic music
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they won't when Trump takes it over as the 51st state.
Oh yeah,
Ah.
that's gonna happen.
The guys on the YouTube chat, yeah, if you have not heard Killswitch Engage's cover of Holy Diver, immediately go
Yeah,
and listen to it.
Stop this right now and go and listen to it straight away.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
Take your Linux and throw it out the window and go and well, wait a minute. You need your Linux to go watch your.
The address is morduus.bandcamp.com.
Sometimes I feel, Moss, like there's what everybody else is talking about, and then there's what you got going on.
Hey,
Except
music's
I'm not
music,
talking
man.
about what everybody else is talking about. Hell do I know?
So I found myself in the weird position of now using Apple Music on Android.
Is that
That
a
doesn't
thing?
sound good. That doesn't sound weird. That sounds torturous.
Yeah, well, so I didn't realize this, but I had an offer for 3 months free Apple Music and 3 months free Apple TV. Right?
And you only had to buy 3 Apple devices to get that deal?
No. This was for a device I bought some time ago, and I didn't even know that the offer was there. I just got an email. You haven't redeemed this, and I'm like, shit, have I got that? So it turns out that both Apple Music and now Apple TV have Android apps. So Apple is in the Google Play Store. Anyway, so I then downloaded them, and so I'm now free music again, because I then managed to cancel my free trial of Deezer to now have this free trial of Apple Music. So I don't think I've paid for a music streaming service now for about 6 months.
Well, didn't you
I'm
have
feeling quite.
YouTube Premium?
I haven't paid for music streaming.
No, not
system
anymore.
For like 95
I had
years.
I had YouTube Music Premium. YouTube Premium for again on a trial. So then I decided I'll try YouTube Music, and I wasn't a fan.
If I canceled YouTube Premium, I would come home from the road and find everything I own out on the fucking lawn.
But you see, there's a way around it it seems to be for other people in my house. They just use Brave and watch YouTube in the browser on their phones.
That's got to work on the Fire TV. Otherwise, my life is over.
Oh, yeah. The other thing is that YouTube has been banned off our main television by my wife.
That would be interesting.
Because
the main thing for me, I tend to use all my streaming on browser on Firefox.
Because because my daughter was accessing stuff which she thought was not appropriate.
Yeah.
And because of the fact that, technically this is a household of 4 adults, since both of my boys are above the age of 18, all the stuff is the normal stuff. There's no kids versions of things going around. So my daughter, and this is what my wife thinks. And, after a certain amount of time, you just do what the wife says if you want to.
Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, that was sarcasm. No, you're right. My workaround.
The wife said that we're not having YouTube on the main TV, so we're not having YouTube on the main TV. So, but yeah, so I once, and it was my son actually that got me onto it. He was like, "Why don't you just use Brave and watch YouTube through Brave?" And I was like, "Yeah, but watching it through a browser on a phone, it's going to be shit." Actually, no, it's not. It's not. Half the time, I don't even realize I'm in the web page and not on the app.
Well, as I was saying, I watch my TV on the browser because my browser has ad block, so I don't get the ads. Sometimes I get a blank period while the wheel is going around, but usually it just goes beep, beep, beep. Oh, let's go on with the show.
I think all the Chromium stuff would probably work well with YouTube just because it's Chromium.
Well, you'd think that, but, Google.
So do we have a topic for the next show? Is
TV.
TV
and music.
TV and music. Be a fun conversation.
Knockdown, drag out, fight over who listens to what.
Nobody would track what I listen to. Nobody.
What do you listen to?
Seashells.
You're into European like EDM, aren't you?
Yeah, like Gareth Emery and Armin van Buuren.
Chemical Brothers.
Yeah, that's a little hardcore, but
Prodigy. Prodigy's brilliant, man. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Music for the jilted generation, right? I remember I put it on in our theater, and me and the surgeon were like, "This is fucking excellent, man. This album holds up. It's been 30 years and it still holds up, right?" And then the next patient we had was born in 1995, and we thought, "Flipping, are we listening to music that's older than the patients we've got?"
Oh yeah.
Anybody else here into Sparks? Blank. Nobody knows who Sparks are.
No.
They even had a movie about them just a couple of years ago. It was a rather well-received movie, even. They've been around since time immemorial, but they never caught on in the U.S., and they're an American band. They were big in England and Germany and Sweden. For a while, they moved to London to base their operations, but they like Los Angeles better, the weather.
I think Germany is where I learned to like a lot of that EDM because I'd go to those raves in the abandoned castles that were wide open. You'd have the lights and just the bass booming and half-naked girls running around and
half-naked girls. Sorry, what?
Yeah, you heard me.
You woke him up. You woke him up.
And just people losing their shit. And,
yeah, I'm there for this.
Yeah.
Germany?
Sign me up.
Yep, it was
Germany. Yeah, I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Yeah, brown guy goes to some club in Germany.
They would just
That's not
think
gonna cause any problems.
They would just think you're Turkish over there.
I do get mistaken for being Moroccan, which it's not a bad one.
Yeah,
well, you visit Morocco so many times it rubbed off.
Yeah,
the racism does still exist. I mean. You go to a Mexican restaurant, which does exist because there was, even in the time when I was there was a lot of Americanism going on. in Germany, and you'd go to a Mexican restaurant, and the people working there were all Turkish, because Americans think anybody with brown skin is Mexican in those days.
Yep.
We didn't have a lot of.
Yeah, it's like how British people think anybody who's brown is Pakistani.
Well,
it's like
here everybody that's brown is Arab.
It's like the Sikhs who got strung up because they thought they were ragheads. They're Muslims.
And that's exactly how it is here. If you wear a turban, or you've got any kind of Middle Eastern sort of looking whatever, you're Arab, and thanks for 9/11, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Welcome to America, and it's
Americans are so ignorant.
we are.
Anyway, on that great final fantastic note, my wife is calling me, so I better get off.
Mine called me about a half an hour ago, so.
So we don't have a topic.
Okay, so topic. What can we go for topic? What can we go for?
When did Dale say he could make it?
Sometime in like late March.
I think it was March or something. So
Every time I
guess
think
Dale's
I'm on the road too much, I think about Dale. And
yeah, he's on the road for 4 weeks and then gets a week off.
Hmm.
That's why Distro Hoppers was every 5 weeks.
I burned up my 20s running like that.
Well, he doesn't have a wife and kids.
No. And I didn't for a long time because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was nice when he
but
came and visited us.
but you wouldn't have had the opportunity to have kids if you're on the road all the time. Except
Well, I
if
mean,
you're
I
doing,
had them and then I
one in every
lost them.
port.
Yeah, one in every port.
I'm not saying there's not any of that out there somewhere, maybe, but I wasn't always old and fat.
And the lot
No, you
lizards
were
were
young and
there.
fat.
I don't believe you. I think you've always looked exactly like that.
Go check my Facebook page.
Burn.
No.
I know. Time is not our friend.
Has anybody ever used like bespoke Linux devices? Like Linux laptops. I mean, you see Tuxedo, you see Entroware, you see System 76.
I've got a
Anybody
pint
really
tab
use-
too.
Yeah,
Rock,
true,
Rock Pro 64, Raspberry
Yeah.
Pi, Pint.
I mean, a Raspberry Pi. Okay, I mean, I meant more as a laptop type of thing.
where you buy it and you open
think
it up and it's got Linux on it.
Yeah.
I think if I was
Because
buying new, that would I would
we-
gravitate towards System 76 here in the
Yeah,
US.
we got to use System 76 from one of our listeners.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah.
because I'm thinking that my next laptop purchase, I'll get because I saw the review of that Tuxedo. I think I shared it on one of the things. There was the Tuxedo. I've got like now 360 style.
You got Entroware. You got
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
Entroware. Yeah, Entroware's got a bit quiet recently. I think they've got some financial trouble.
Well,
And-
Tuxedo is a good way to go.
Yeah, I think
Slimbook is a
Tuxedo's
good way to
decent.
go if you don't mind Spanish machines.
So I wonder if that's maybe something we can talk about. We talk about
damn
the
Spanish.
Linux
No, but,
computers.
Yeah, actual, if you've decided that you want to get
Framework.
Linux and you
First
want
party.
to move over and you want to get
Yeah.
first party, what are the options? Right,
Yeah.
rather than getting the usual Lenovo's and
That
ACCs.
might take more than a week's worth of research to do, though, Majid.
Hey, Mark, that would be mintCast at mintcast.org.
Somebody chatting, is it?
I
That's
did
about
send, an email. I did send an email.
That's all my bright ideas done. So
Well, we should have
I think
some
that's a good one.
vibrations this time. I sent an email and I sent a copy of that text from Jill. We should get those in vibrations.
anywho, I shall catch you guys later then. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to go too.
Take it.
Thanks
Yep.
Thanks everybody in the live stream. We'll catch you later
Yeah,
on.
thanks.
Hold on,
guys.
hold on. Did we pick a topic?
Of course not.
Yeah, we just said we're gonna take Linux first.
Oh,
Hardware
Linux,
vendors.
Linux laptops, Linux native laptops.
Yeah, just to
Okay.
see what the
Whether or not
options are,
whether-
just to have almost like a public service announcement type of thing. Of, okay, look, we keep talking about how great Linux is. Okay, if you actually want to go get one, what are the options? And
And then
what
it's
are the options
important
where? And
to talk about how you're, especially in the case of laptops, where you're kind of geo-blocked with some of these, just because it's some companies, it's impossible to ship batteries and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, all right, I got to get out of here too. We'll see you guys.
Yeah. Talk to
Catch
y'all
you guys
later.
later.